Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Ellis Matthews, a vicar whose specialist subject is the Italian artist and mathematician Piero della Francesca. Eulalie Burrows, a lab assistant. She'll be answering questions on Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker years. Ellen Sorkel, the Housing Association manager. Her subject is the 14th century king, Edward III. And Kumaran Siva Thilanathan, a solicitor. His specialist subject is the short stories of Roald Dahl. How would you handle the pressure of a grilling in the famous Mastermind black chair? Think you've got what it takes? Oh, yes, I hear you cry from the comfort of your own living room. Well, we can all talk big from there. The answers are always easy to recall without the pressure of the ticking clock and the spotlight in your eyes. So spare a thought for our 4 brave contenders tonight, willing to subject themselves to all that while trying to answer 2 minutes of rapid-fire questions on a specialist subject and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. We wish them well. So can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Ellis Matthews.
Your occupation?
Vicar.
And your specialist subject?
Piero della Francesca.
The life and work of the 15th century artist and mathematician. In 2 minutes, here we go. Piero della Francesca was born around 1415 to 1420. In which town in modern-day Tuscany?
Borgo San Sepolcro.
Yes. What's the title of Piero's early work in the collection of the National Gallery in London, which once adorned the altarpiece of the San Giovanni Battista in San Sepolcro?
The Baptism of Christ.
Yes. A panel of Piero's fresco cycle, The Legend of the True Cross, depicts which Roman emperor asleep in his tent?
Constantine.
Yes. What was the name of the soldier and lord of Rimini whom Piero painted kneeling before St. Sigismund in a mural dated to 1451?
Sigismondo Pandolfo Malatesta.
Yes, when Piero completed a small panel painting of St. Jerome in the wilderness for a local merchant in 1450. He was temporarily living in which city?
Ancona?
Yes, in late 1458 and the spring of 59, which newly elected pope commissioned Piero to complete a number of now lost works for the Vatican?
Pius II.
Yes, in which church in Rome can fragments be seen of ceiling decorations by Piero depicting the evangelists that are the artist's only surviving works in the city?
Santa Maria Maggiore.
Yes, what's the title of Piero's first treatise on mathematics on the subject of mercantile arithmetic, which he wrote in the mid-1460s?
Trattato da Bacco.
Yes, a fresco of which mythological hero dating to around 1470 is Piero's only known surviving secular work?
Hercules?
Yes, in Piero's altarpiece for Sant'Antonio da Padova, which historical figure is depicted in the right foreground holding roses in the fold of her shawl after the bread she was distributing to the poor miraculously turned into flowers?
Saint Agatha?
No, Elizabeth of Hungary. Piero's painting of around 1474 depicting the Virgin Mary holding the infant Jesus and flanked by 2 angels is named after which port on the Adriatic coast?
Senegalia.
Yes. What was the name of the second wife of Federico di Montefeltro, who, together with her husband, is the subject of a dual portrait in the collection of the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, painted by Piero around 1472?
Battista Sforza.
It is Battista Sforza. Ellis, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 11 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name?
Eulalie Burrows.
Your occupation?
Lab assistant.
And your specialist subject?
Doctor Who, the Jodie Whittaker years.
Yes, the adventures of the 13th Doctor, initially broadcast from 2017 to 2022 in 2 minutes. Here we go. In the episode The Woman Who Fell to Earth, what does the nurse Grace O'Brien warn her grandson not to throw off the hill, shouting, "Don't you dare"?
His bike.
Yes, in the Ghost Monument, Ebzo and Angstrom are rival competitors in a race around a planet called Desolation, called the Rally of the 12 what?
Galaxies.
Yes, which episode takes its title from the name of a galactic company that delivers a fez to the Doctor on the TARDIS?
Kablam.
Yes, in the episode The Suranga Conundrum, the alien Yos gives his newborn son what name, supposedly after a hero of ancient Earth?
Avocado.
Yes,
pear.
in the 2-part story Spyfall, which comedian plays a successful businessman, technology entrepreneur and former MI6 agent Daniel Barton?
Lenny Henry.
Yes, what's the name of the holiday resort on the desolate planet Orphan 55, visited by the Doctor and her companions after Graham wins them a stay there by collecting coupons from the Bandozi Herald, delivered by the TARDIS coffee machine?
Tranquility Spa.
Yes, in the episode Survivors of the Flux, a prophesying hermit tells the Doctor's companion Dan Lewis to fetch your what?
Dog.
Yes, what's the three-word title of the travel vlog co-hosted by the backpackers Gabriella and Jamila in the episode Praxius?
3 girls roaming.
No, 2 girls roaming in the haunting of Villa Diodati. During a brief discussion about the rules of interacting with history, the Doctor and her friends come to an agreement that they're not allowed to kiss which historical figure?
Lord Byron.
Yes, when the Doctor finally meets the businessman Joseph Williamson in the episode The Vanquishers, she greets him with what alliterative nickname?
Mad Mole.
Yes, in the episode The Timeless Children, what's the name of the Shebogan explorer who is named as being the first Gallifreyan to develop space travel?
Tecteun.
Yes, in the 2022 Easter special Legend of the Sea Devils, the Doctor realizes that the TARDIS has materialized in a Chinese coastal village in the wrong time, being off target by how many centuries?
3.
No, 4. While following a Dalek, I've started, so I'll finish. While following a Dalek in Resolution, the Doctor describes the headquarters of what organization as the biggest communications resource in the country?
GCHQ.
It is GCHQ. So, at the end of that round, Eulalie, you had no passes. You've got 11 points. And our next contender, please. Your name.
Ellen Solkeld,
Your occupation.
Housing Association Manager.
And your specialist subject.
Edward III.
The Plantagenet King of England who won major victories in the 100 Years' War and founded the Order of the Garter. In 2 minutes, here we go. Edward III became king in 1327 at the age of 14, though the de facto rulers during his early reign were his mother, Isabella of France, and which nobleman?
Roger Mortimer.
Yes, when he was just 12 days old, the infant Edward was given what title by his father, Edward II?
Earl of Chester.
Yes, which friend of Edward, who played a leading part in his counter-coup of 1330 to overthrow his regents, reputedly told Edward beforehand, it is better to eat the dog than be eaten by the dog?
William Montagu.
Yes, in 1338, Edward met his ally, the Holy Roman Emperor Ludwig of Bavaria, who crowned him Vicar Imperial at a ceremony in which city?
Amiens.
No, Koblenz. Edward lost 2 children in 1348, his 3-month-old son, William of Windsor, and which of his daughters who died of the plague while on her way to marry King Pedro of Castile?
Joan.
Yes. What was the name of Edward's royal ship captured by the French in 1338, alongside another vessel, the Edward, although the king was able to retake them both 2 years later?
Pass.
In August 1346, at which town on the western outskirts of Paris did a desperate Edward order his engineers to repair a broken bridge, allowing him to cross the Seine shortly before the Battle of Crécy?
Pass.
In August 1350, Edward and his son, the Black Prince, ambushed a Castilian fleet in which battle fought off the south coast of England?
Sluice.
No, the Battle of Winchelsea. In 1341, Edward sent a letter to the Archbishop of Canterbury, John Stratford, accusing him of treason, criminal negligence, and failing to support him financially, which the Archbishop gave what name?
Pass.
2 days before the Battle of Crécy, Edward reached and fought his way across which ford in the estuary of the River Somme?
Pass.
For a short time during 1356 and 57, Edward had the unusual distinction of holding prisoner the kings of both France and Scotland, respectively John II and which other monarch?
King David.
More?
The second.
It is David II. Ellen, you had 4 passes. That ford in the estuary of the River Somme is Blanche Tac. In 1341, Edward sent a letter to the Archbishop of Canterbury, John Stratford, accusing him of treason. That letter was the Libellus Famosas. The town on the western outskirts of Paris, where Edward was desperate to order his engineers to repair a broken bridge, it was Poissy. And the name of Edward's royal ship captured by the French in 1338, it was the Christopher. So at the end of that round, Ellen, you've got 5 points. And our final contender, please. Your name,
Cumaran Sivithalanathan.
your occupation,
Solicitor.
and your specialist subject.
The short stories of Roald Dahl.
The darkly humorous short stories by the British author best known for his children's books. In 2 minutes. Here we go. In the story Skin, the drunken protagonist, Drioli, asks the promising artist Chaim Soutine to tattoo a portrait of a woman on what part of his body?
His back.
Yes, in the last act, the troubled widow Anna Cooper travels to what rapacious, gripped, iron, godless American city for her work?
Dallas.
Yes, what type of desserts does the pregnant housewife Mary Maloney buy when she visits a grocery shop to establish an alibi after killing her unfaithful husband in Lamb to the Slaughter?
A slice of cheesecake.
Yes, what's the title of the short story that begins, once upon a time in the city of New York, a beautiful baby boy was born into this world and the joyful parents named him Lexington?
Pig.
Yes, the narrator of The Visitor receives a large wooden case from his wealthy bachelor, Uncle Oswald, which contains how many volumes of his diaries?
28.
Yes, what item does Mr. Foster send as a present for his daughter when his wife, who has a pathological fear of being late, goes to visit her in Paris in the story The Way Up to Heaven?
Ring.
No, comb. In The Champion of the World, what's the first name of the woman who delivers the pheasants obtained by the poachers Claude and Gordon, which have been hidden in a pram?
Bessie.
Yes, Beware of the Dog tells the story of an injured Spitfire pilot who, having bailed out of his fighter plane, wakes up in a hospital bed, where he's told by a nurse that he's in which British seaside resort?
Brighton.
Yes, the lecherous neighbours Vic and Jerry in The Great Switcheroo take their wives out to what high-class and expensive restaurant?
Billy's Steakhouse.
Yes, in the story Poison, set in Bengal, Dr. Gandabai is summoned to the bedside of Harry Pope to deal with what venomous snake asleep on his stomach?
A crate.
Yes, Mr. Tibbs, the title character in The Butler, pretends to serve his nouveau riche employer a great vintage, but really gives him an odious red wine from what country?
Spain.
Yes, in The Landlady, Billy Weaver goes to Bath and, despite its eerie atmosphere, decides to stay at a bed and breakfast after he spots two animals in the living room, a parrot and what breed of dog?
A dachshund.
It is a dachshund. Kumaran, you had no passes at the end of that round. You've got 11 points. And at the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 5 points, it's Ellen. And in joint first place with 11 points each, Ellis, Eulalie and Kumaran. So now it's general knowledge. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account. And the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Ellen to join us again, please. Ellen, you start with 5 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The name of which country in the Southern Hemisphere is sometimes abbreviated to the letters NZ?
New Zealand.
Yes, in darts, what's the usual name for the toe line or throw line behind which each player must stand while taking a turn?
The hockey.
Yes, what word for a public open-air swimming pool was originally the name of an island and beach resort at the edge of the Venice Lagoon in Italy?
Lido.
Yes, after the 2005 UK general election, David Cameron succeeded which politician as leader of the Conservative Party?
John Major.
No, Michael Howard. What shark is listed by Guinness World Records as the world's heaviest living species of fish?
Great white shark.
No, the whale shark. Which college at the University of Cambridge is the oldest, having been founded by Hugo de Balsham, the Bishop of Ely, in 1284?
Kings.
No, Peter House. Dame Helen Mirren played DCI Jane Tennyson in what television police drama series written by Linda LaPlante and first shown in 1991?
Prime Suspect.
Yes, the feast day of St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, is observed annually on the 17th of which month?
March.
Yes, the 2009 UK hit single Empire State of Mind was a collaboration between Jay-Z and which other singer?
Rihanna.
No, Alicia Keys. What pre-decimal UK coin was worth 5 shillings?
Fripney bit.
No, Crown. Which of the late poets succeeded Henry James Pye as Poet Laureate in 1813 and held the post until his death 30 years later?
John Bitumen.
No, Robert Southey. What mineral, usually given as an example of a substance rated 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness, second only to diamond, has certain varieties that are prized as gemstones and has historically been used as an abrasive?
Garnet.
No, corundum. In the 1966 film Born Free, what wild animal is Elsa, who is adopted by a game warden and his wife?
A lion. Lioness.
Yes, a paradiddle is one of the basic patterns used when playing what percussion instrument?
Violin.
No, drums. On British roads, the common signs indicating a maximum speed limit display a number within a red outline of what geometric shape?
A circle.
Yes, which astronomer was honoured with a plaque in Westminster Abbey unveiled in 1986, describing him as the first to predict the return of the comet named after him?
Halley.
Yes, the Schick test was a method once used to determine whether a person is susceptible to what disease?
Polio.
No, diphtheria. So, Ellen, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 13 points. Next up, it's Ellis. Ellis, you start with 11 points. The score to beat as it stands is 13 points, and you've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. A call of how's that or how's that is a player's appeal to the umpire in which sport?
Cricket.
Yes, in broadcasting, the word audio means relating to sound. What corresponding term, derived from a Latin verb meaning to see, means relating to a visual image?
Visio.
No, video. When applied to a mixed choir or to 4 soloists, the abbreviation SATB stands for soprano, alto, tenor, and what?
Bass.
Yes. Which title character of a Stephen King novel has been played by Sissy Spacek in a 1976 film and by Chloe Grace Moretz 37 years later?
Carol.
No, carry. The adjective vicennial describes something that occurs once every how many years?
20.
Yes. What name is given to the conflict fought in the 5th century BC between the Greek city-states of Athens and Sparta?
The Wars of Troy.
No, the Peloponnesian War. Which ball and socket joint in the human body is located at the top of the femur?
Hip.
Yes. From 2000 to 2009, the Glasgow MP, Michael Martin, held what role in the House of Commons?
Speaker.
Yes. Which British group, who won the 1995 Mercury Music Prize for their debut album Dummy, share their name with a coastal town near Bristol?
Portishead.
Yes, the Spanish word caldera, meaning cauldron, is used in English as a name for a large, roughly circular depression at the centre of what geographical feature?
A hill.
No, volcano. In 2024, the broadcaster Wine Wyn Evans joined the presenting team of which long-running property-based television series?
Cash in the Attic.
No, Homes Under the Hammer. Which French artist, nicknamed Le Douanier, or the customs officer, because of his job as a tax collector, became best known for his jungle scenes, including The Dream and Surprised, also known as Tiger in a Tropical Storm?
William Blake.
No, Rousseau. The 1953 novel The Go-Between was written by which British author?
L.P. Hartley.
Yes. Which European capital city's international airport is called Schiphol?
Amsterdam.
Yes. Chalk is a white sedimentary rock composed primarily of the carbonate of which metallic chemical element?
Carbon.
No, calcium, in the abbreviation DPF, for a device installed in the exhaust system of a diesel-powered vehicle to reduce emissions. The letter F stands for what word?
Filter.
Yes, the larva of the crane fly or daddy longlegs is known by what name because of its thick outer skin?
Shell.
No, leather jacket. So, Ellis, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 20 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Eulalie. Eulalie, you start with 11 points. The score to beat as it stands is 20 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Let's go. The modern term glamping for a form of holiday in luxurious tents is a blend of glamorous and what other word?
Camping.
Yes, at more than 13,600 feet, Mount Toubkal in Morocco is the highest peak in which mountain range?
The Ural Mountains?
No, Atlas Mountains, an annual week-long festival held in the Danish city of Odense, honours which children's author who was born there in 1805?
Hans Christian Andersen?
Yes, in the television comedy series Dad's Army, which actor played the youngest character in the platoon, Private Pike?
Pass.
What substance in the human body is responsible for pigmentation of the skin, hair and eyes, and helps to provide protection from ultraviolet light?
Melanin?
Yes, which prolific Italian composer of operas wrote the 19th century works Lucrezia Borgia, Lucia di Lammermoor and Don Pasquale?
Pass.
The word anhydrous is used in chemistry to describe a compound that's devoid of what substance?
Water?
Yes, the strait known as the Pentland Firth separates which group of islands from mainland Scotland?
Orkney?
Yes, Adrian Brody won a Best Actor Oscar for his performance as the Polish classical musician and Holocaust survivor Władysław Szpilman in what 2002 film?
Braveheart?
No, The Pianist in January 2025, which German football manager succeeded Gareth Southgate as the head coach of the England men's senior team?
Pass.
Which British band topped the UK albums chart in 2023 with Anxiety Replacement Therapy and achieved the same feat almost 2 years later with Coco?
Doichi?
No, the lottery winner's nutmeg is obtained from the same tropical evergreen tree as what other spice?
Cinnamon?
No, mace. What name is given to the group of activists including John Lilburn, Richard Overton and William Walwyn, whose campaign publication, Agreement of the People, in the 1640s demanded equality, religious tolerance and limits to the power of government?
Luddites?
No, the Levellers, Glengarry, Busby and Beanie are styles of what clothing accessory?
Hat?
Yes, the common name of what seabird of the genus Morus, with mainly white plumage, a yellow head and black wingtips, has become an informal term for a person who eats greedily?
Seagull?
No, gannet. Purim, Sukkot and Shavuot are festivals celebrated by followers of which religion?
Judaism?
Yes, what name for a type of guided low-altitude anti-ship missile? I'll start it or finish. What name for a type of guided low-altitude anti-ship missile is a French word for flying fish?
Poisson?
No, exocet. Eulalie, you had 3 passes. Thomas Tuchel is the German who took over the England football team after Gareth Southgate, and it's Gaetano Donizetti, who's the prolific Italian composer of Lucrezia Borgia and others. And in the television comedy series Dad's Army, the actor who played Private Pike, Ian Lavender. So at the end of that round, you've got 18 points. And finally, it's Kumaran again. Kumaran, you start with 11 points, the score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Ellis's 20 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. According to a common expression meaning that people behave with more freedom while they're unsupervised, when the cat's away, what creatures will play?
The mice.
Yes, excluding jokers, a standard pack of playing cards includes how many court cards, sometimes known as face cards?
12.
Yes, in its inaugural year, 1969, what annual literature prize was won by the British author P.H. Newby for his novel Something to Answer For?
The Booker Prize?
Yes, which actress whose films include Never Let Me Go, Suffragette and She Said was made a CBE in the 2025 New Year's Honours List?
Keira Knightley?
No, Kerry Mulligan. The home-based army that was dispatched to northern France at the outbreak of both the First and Second World Wars was known by the initials BEF, which stands for the British what?
Expeditionary Force.
Yes, maple trees belong to a genus with what 4-letter name?
Ash.
No, Acer. For his pioneering work on quantum theory, the German scientist Max Planck was awarded the 1918 Nobel Prize in which category?
Physics?
Yes, the television panel show Would I Lie to You was first broadcast in 2007 with Lee Mack and which other comedian and actor as team captains?
David Mitchell?
Yes, which of North America's Great Lakes has the smallest surface area?
Erie?
No, Ontario. At the start of a game of snooker, what colour ball is placed on the spot directly between the yellow and the green?
Pink?
No, brown. In 1957, the politician Kwame Nkrumah became the first Prime Minister of which newly independent West African country?
Ghana?
Yes, the 1978 UK hit single You Don't Bring Me Flowers is a duet by Neil Diamond and which other singer?
Lulu.
No, Barbara Streisand. Tapioca is an edible starch extracted from the root of which plant?
Palm tree.
No, cassava. Which London museum was founded in 1852 as the Museum of Manufactures, but was later renamed after the reigning monarch, as well as her husband, who'd been instrumental in its establishment?
Victoria and Albert Museum.
Yes. What word, believed to be derived from the Old Norse for steering, is the usual term for the rear end of a boat or ship?
Rudder.
No, stern. According to the title of a song written by Noel Coward in the 1930s, who is urged not to put her daughter on the stage?
Princess Grace.
No, Worthington. Which fashion designer's influential 1965 dress collection was inspired by the abstract geometric paintings of the Dutch artist Piet Mondrian?
Mary Quant.
No, Yves Saint Laurent. The original recipe for the dish Omelette Arnold Bennett, created for the British author at the Savoy Hotel and named after him, calls for a smoked and flaked fillet of what fish?
Salmon.
No, haddock. Kumran, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 19 points.
Thank you.
It was a tight one. Let's have a look at the final scores. In fourth place with 13 points, it's Ellen. In third place with 18 points, it's Eulalie. In second place with 19 points, it's Kumaran, which means in first place with 20 points, it's Ellis. So he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I can't quite believe that I've just won my heat on Mastermind. It's a real surprise, but I'm delighted. I've been at my church for 7 years as vicar. It was the church that I grew up in as well as a child. So people know me quite well, and hopefully they'll be impressed, and more people will buy tickets for the church quiz the next time we do one.
And your specialist subject?
Piero della Francesca. I was close to getting the full set right on Piero della Francesca, and I did know the answer to the one I got wrong, but I tried not to kick myself and just stay focused for the rest of the quiz. Sigismondo Pandolfo Malatesta.
Yes.
Santa Maria Maggiore.
Yes.
Battista Sforza.
It is Battista Sforza.
I was really pleased with how my specialist subject went, and then quite daunted by the fact that 3 of us got the same score.
11 points each, Ellis, Eulalie and Kumaran.
So I was trying to work out and remember which order we were going to be going up in for general knowledge, but I was really pleased that the questions that came up did. Bass.
Yes.
Speaker.
Yes.
LP Hartley.
Yes.
It's such a joy just to be part of something like this. I think I'll celebrate tonight by having a nice cup of tea and the sit down.